a couple pieces of wood. There we go. Oh, damn. Greetings, fellow car and truck enthusiasts, and Jeep enthusiasts now, like Fred. If you're like me, you make terrible financial decisions for the benefit of your pride. It sounds like you've come to the right place. I got to get after this thing today because I'd like to get the Jeep running again. Well, in order to do that, I pulled this bad 4.2 liter in SR4 trans, and we're going to be replacing it with a good 4.2 liter in T5 trans, but I've got to pull the Dana 300 transfer case off. And if you're not lost yet, let me bring you on more of a ride. This is a SR4 transmission. This is the predecessor to a T4 and T5 transmission. The cool thing about them is they are exactly the same length, which means I've got to pull this transfer case off and get it all cleaned up because it will bolt directly on the back of that guy. But got to get it pulled off, cleaned up. But yeah, so anyway, that's what I got to do today. And I'm trying to figure out what the best plan of attack is. And the best plan of attack right now is to grab a pick or something to that extent out and clean up all these bolts so that I can then get to them. I believe there are 5 of them, and then pull them off. So that is what I am going to do. So give me a minute to get all this cleaned up, and then we'll start pulling bolts off. I haven't drained the fluids yet. We're going to find out if that's a mistake or not too. What do you think? Bad idea? Let's look at the back of this T5. And basically what I'm doing is I'm going to take out these 5 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're all 9/16 headed bolts. They're dirty, but I got them cleaned up enough that I can see them and I can see what's going on. So let's pull them out. This side is bolts, the other side is nuts. And let's see how bad this is going to be. That's not so bad. Now this one down here, you're definitely going to have to use a wrench on. I'm using a wrench on all of them, but you might be able to get in there with an impact on a couple of them. There we go. Broke all those loose. Let me grab them out. A little ratchet wrench is going to be helpful. And I can smell the gear oil already, and it stinks. Alright, so now I got a stud here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. And a stud down in between there. It might be a nut. I don't know. It's really, really dirty. But I'm going to use a wobbler the best that I can. There we go. Let's see if I can get this dude off. This is not the ideal arrangement, but it works. Well, it came off. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's still in there. That's why. Should be the last nut that we have to deal with. What is going on? There. Here we go. Here we go. A couple things left. If we look right here, I believe this is some sort of four-wheel drive indicator sensor, and it's in a ton of dirt. But if I can carefully get some pliers on it, maybe I can get it off. How do you come off of there? I think you should just pry off, but you're not. Let's do it. Yep. Cool. So I just pry it off. And then right here under all this gunk is another part of it. Well, that was easy enough to pull off. I think I got a zip tie to cut with the right cutters. And then I believe this harness is pretty important for the reverse lights and the four-wheel drive. So let's not lose that. And then this is a vent. And it came right off. And now we're ready to try to get the T-case off. All I'm going to do is beat it with a hammer, with the dead blow. And it doesn't look like it's moving. I wonder. Man, this thing is so filthy. I took all 5 bolts. Seems like it's clear. It's not moving at all. I'm going to try to do a little prying against this tower if I can. It just seems like it doesn't want to move. Man, this thing is so greasy. And now it's time to do things that you're not supposed to do. So don't do what I'm doing. But I think there's some silicone or something in here that is holding it up from moving. But a little wedge of a screwdriver in there seems to be doing the job. Not a bigger screwdriver. Maybe a little bit on the other side. Remember, don't do this. This is only for me to do. You have to be as desperate as I am to do it. Or dumb. It's starting to separate, which is good. Yeah, there's got to be some silicone or something on here. Here it goes. It's coming out very slowly. This thing's heavy as hell too, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. It's gonna come. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, I also got it jacked up. I gotta remember that. Look at that. It came right out. Kind of. Didn't really come right out, but it came out. What can I put underneath this to not let it slam down on the ground? A couple pieces of wood. There we go. Oh! Oh, damn. Let's see. Let's see what we've done here. Yeah, that's what we've done here. Let's see. Let's see how hard it is to get back up on its side. I think I can do it. Might hurt myself. Let's see what happens. No. Yeah, I think I might hurt myself. We'll just stop for a second. All right, good news. Transfer case out, ready to be cleaned. Got it on a little roller dolly. Moving around, that's good. And gooder news is I got the engine back upright and to stop spilling coolant out all over the floor. Which wasn't, this could have been a lot messier. Let's just be honest. This could have been a bigger bloodbath, a bigger disaster, because I didn't drain that trans. Because it's hard to drain a trans in the SR4. At least that's what I read. So, next steps. I need to get that outside. I need to get it soaking in purple power. And let me show you guys what I use. This is just my preference. You can use whatever is your preference. But I love this stuff. This purple power stuff. It says concentrated, but I don't concentrate nothing. I throw it in a spray bottle, and I find a brush, which I'm having a hard time finding, to be honest. And I spray it on, I let it soak, I use the brush, let it soak, and then I hit it with a pressure washer. So I may try to do that here while we still got some light outside, because why not? Am I going to do it another time? I don't know. So, yeah, let me get that organized and figured out, and we'll get cranking. Well, as I mentioned before, there's not a lot to this. One thing I know is I should have drained it, and I haven't yet. And that's my problem that I'm going to deal with. But I'm going to soak this stuff in and let it sit on here for 5-10 minutes or so. And then I'm just going to try to immerse it as much as possible with this crap. This thing is so dirty. And then I'll do a little brushing on it, kind of let it set in. As much as I can. I believe I'm going to sacrifice this brush to the cause. And just try to get it set in there. Probably need to come in here with the screwdriver too and knock these big hunks out, but for now we're gonna see what the pressure washer does. So yeah. All right. Coat. Let sit. Hit it again. Pressure washer. That order. Not bad. It's about 50% better than it was, which is a lot. It is upside down since you guys saw it last, but it is much cleaner. It's not super clean. This stuff is mud mixed with dirt. And if you guys remember cleaning the underside of the Dakota, the bed and stuff like that, it's just a nightmare. And pretty happy with putting the effort into it. I'm a little cold. It got cool this evening. Don't get me wrong. It's not 100 degrees outside, so I'll take it. But it would probably be a little bit more enjoyable or more patient with things if it was like 70, 75 degrees outside. But I got as much done as I could. I resorted to using some razor blades and a screwdriver and a pick to just try to get as much as that gunk that was built up off. And you can see the aluminum now versus the cast iron, which is good. But that black stuff there is still all that. It's almost like oily concrete. It's just mud and oil and gear oil probably together. So I'm going to let it dry overnight. That's about all I can do. And we'll start ordering some parts. We do need to drain this thing once it fully dries off, and I try to get it a little bit cleaner, maybe with some brake cleaning, some scrubbing. We'll get it drained. Put some new fluid in it. We may do that when it's hanging on the trans and getting ready to go back in to the Jeep. But I think that's going to be it for this one. I don't have a whole lot more I can do at the moment. And tomorrow it's going to be kind of a gloomy day, which means Ryan comes out to the shop and cleans day. So that's what it's going to be. I'm going to finally get some more of this organization done, which if you saw a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago, I built these shelves with my friend Dennis, and they're already getting filled up quick. Now they're getting filled up with some bulky items like the fenders for the Jeep, boop, boop, boop. The fenders for Gramps, some wheels and stuff. Now, all of that will be eventually consolidated or back on a vehicle, which will be nice. But I just kind of did that to get it out of the way for now. But I do have some tubs to work with. So I'll be working with those, trying to get the wiring and just some extra stuff fitting some tubs so we can get it put up out the way. And then I think we're going to order some of these lower mounts, because look at there, that's the 6.2 and it's tucked away pretty nicely in there. So we can we've got at least 2 more motors here, and we got another one at storage shed. And actually we've got 2. I need it, but I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I might just recycle them because they're not something we're going to use anymore. But they can fit nice up in there. Believe it or not, there's a rear end back there, 2 transmissions. Stuff adds up quick. This is all Typhoon stuff, and then just miscellaneous crap. So I do have some organization I can do to get this even better, and I'm not too worried about it. So I do need probably work on that tomorrow, especially if I get a little stir crazy on a Sunday, which I probably will. It's supposed to be a little warmer tomorrow too, but just gloomy outside. So I'd prefer to do this today while there was some sunshine out. I just didn't get to it early enough. I'm done babbling. You're probably done listening to me. So have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new, we're working on my 1981 CJ7, but we have all sorts of fun stuff to play with. Come hang out with us. Please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. If you want to check out our socials, which is just Facebook and Instagram, that's at theracerxgarage.com. Check out some of these hoodies and some other things we have if you want to support the channel at racerxgarage.com. I also have some new t-shirt ideas in mind that I really need to get with a graphic designer on, because I think they're going to be pretty cool ideas. Other than that, have a great weekend. Enjoy your family, your friends, or whatever it is you're working on, and we'll see you next time. Until next time, you know the deal. Y'all be good.